Hi guys. So we are addressing a very different topic today, which is pertaining to body composition or gaining fat, losing fat, and a very common example that you see in day-to-day lives where someone has dieted down or has reduced their calories and have resolved to something and with discipline they've got to a leaner physique, but then suddenly what happens is they don't they are not able to sustainably go about keeping that lean physique, or they gain weight very easily. They gain weight again, then they lose again, then they gain again and again, and then there is a homeostasis or a balance, so-called balance due to metabolism that happens, and that person becomes very fat, even fatter than they were before. A very common example is someone who wears size L, large, has dieted down and is now maybe excess. Now this fat loss has a rate, maybe you've achieved it in 8 months, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 4 months, 6 months. Once this is achieved, what happens is, if these were your fat cells initially in L or large size frame, the fat cells, because during fat loss fat is being utilized and you're getting leaner, the fat cells shrink because fat is fuel. Once they shrink, there is a hormone known as leptin. Leptin is your satiating hormone. It makes you feel full. But leptin, because of smaller fat cells, leptin is not secreted as much and you feel hungry again. You don't feel satiated. So what happens is you start eating more. So usually after a diet or after a phase of being in a restrictive diet, caloric restriction, the person starts to overeat. So when overeating happens, you already are here in this leaner frame. Now when you're overeating, you're eating more calories, obviously it's going to leave away a lot of fat deposited. So these smaller cells are accompanied by more smaller cells, more and more. And what happens is, to achieve homeostasis, these cells grow. Per cell grows in size of the previous, the initial phase. So they grow in the same size. If that was 100 microns, this is also 100 microns per cell. So now, even though the fat cell size is the same, you have more number of fat cells here. So that is why you become XL. Now again, you take a resolution, a New Year resolution, and then you start dieting down, restricting calories, restricting carbs, fats, this and that. Unsustainable, of course, because you cannot live away without fats and carbs. The sooner you understand, the better. So if you are an XL frame and you look pathetic, no offense to the XL people, but if this has happened to anyone, they will feel like shit because all their hard work has gone for a toss. So you regain size and now you start dieting down. So when you diet down again, you restrict your calories. If this was your rate initially, 3 weeks maybe, and this will be half of that. So you achieve the same frame of excess in 6 weeks. If that was 3 weeks or 3 months, this is going to be 6 months. Tougher? Even tougher is that now these are your fat cells now. Now this is not going to be excess, it's going to be S because you have more number of fat cells. Let's say you diet further down very hard, you take 8 months, you become excess. So these are your fat cells. Again leptin goes down. Again you feel hungry, overeating again. overeating, and you regain again. If these were the number of fat cells reduced in size, more number of fat cells accompany them because of more food, more calories, overeating. And then these cells try to achieve the same size as they were of before. So these achieve 100 microns, same as it was initially. What happens? You have the same size per cell, but the number of cells have increased and now you become double XL. Pathetic, really. So that is the reason why we don't prescribe fads, gimmicks. Someone who gets really fascinated by intermittent fasting, really doesn't know the science behind it. Someone who gets really fascinated by keto, their favorite celebrity does the keto, gets really fascinated by it, tries it out. For how long? How long can you be without carbs? I can't be. I've tried intermittent fasting before. It's not sustainable. You have to be very smart doing it. You have to have some kind of knowledge what you're putting your body into that particular phase and how you're going to get out of it. Most people, they do sustainably perform what they are asked to do in a diet or a caloric restrictive phase, but they don't know how to exit, or maybe the dietitian doesn't know how to exit that diet. You cannot do keto throughout your life. Same with intermittent fasting. You cannot do it. All you can do it, see what your preference is, how long can you take it, and because that is also going to change. Maybe a couple of years, 3 years, 1 year, 6 months, you never know. As your body composition changes, your eating habits change, your preferences change, the season changes, your location changes, lots of factors. Okay, so in the coming videos you're going to see how to sustainably exit out of a diet phase and how to sustainably reduce calories in the first place. Okay, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribed yet, please do so. I'm very happy to help. If you have any queries, drop them in the comments regarding nutrition, fat loss, strength and conditioning, athletic based training, or general population training, anything. Just go ahead and drop a comment. I'll be happy to help.